Hi guys! So pretty much every booktuber I watch has done this tag. It's originally created by Bookishly Meliza, and I finally got around to figuring out what on earth all of my answers would be. I think these are definitely really interesting questions and a great way to get to know each other. If for some reason you haven't seen this tag already, it's basically adapted from the beauty community and it's about the 7 sins of reading. So there are questions based on each sin. So the first sin is greed, and the question is, what are your most expensive and least expensive books? So for most expensive, I would definitely have to go with Leonardo da Vinci, The Complete Paintings and Drawings, Taschen 25th Anniversary Edition. This cost me about $70. I bought it in Powell's in Oregon, and I have read the whole thing and it's absolutely beautiful. And I am so happy to have this in my collection. So for the least expensive book, there are many books that I have gotten at yard sales and thrift stores, so I don't really remember which one is actually my cheapest book, but I found this copy of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is $1.95. I have had this copy forever. I think I actually got it from my dad, so technically it was free. This edition is the 28th printing in 1979. So the second sin is wrath. Which author do you have a love-hate relationship with? So for this one, I chose Dan Brown. He writes really fun and interesting books, but they are a bit simple and predictable, especially when you've already read one. I don't really love or hate him, but there aren't any authors that I love and also hate. I love George R.R. Martin, and yeah, he kills off his characters, but I kind of like him all the more for that. The third sin is gluttony. Which book can you reread over and over without shame? For this, I chose the Harry Potter series. I first started reading it in the 4th grade, and I've reread each book before its movie came out and before its sequel came out. And I've also reread the entire series 1 or 2 times just for fun. I will be making a video soon just about Harry Potter and related topics such as Pottermore and The Casual Vacancy, the new book by Joe Rowling. The 4th sin is sloth. Which book have you neglected due to laziness? I chose The Phantom of the Opera. I started reading this back in 2007 or so, but I never really finished it. I even still have this $15 iTunes music gift card as my bookmark. Part of the reason why I haven't finished this is because it's been so long that I feel like I would just have to start over. But that just hasn't really happened yet. So the 5th sin is pride. Which book do you talk about the most to seem intelligent? Now, this isn't something that I actually make an effort to do, but if I had to choose something, I would probably say Wuthering Heights. I read this before my junior year in high school, the first year that I joined AP English. I've read it several times since then. I've written many essays on this book and Emily Bronte as well as her sisters. And I know that some people don't like this book and it's either too over their heads or too crazy for them, but I love it. I also might say A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius, which I haven't actually read all the way through yet, but someone commented that this is the book that all the cool kids are reading. So I guess that could fit for this question too, but I never really read a work just because it's popular. I only read something if it's genuinely interesting to me. The 6th sin is lust. What do you find attractive in a character? So for guys, I usually like dark hair and tall, but I will end up picturing my ideal guy in place of the main love interest anyways. I like a guy who's funny and, at least in books, a bit of a bad boy. A perfect example, which isn't actually a book character, is Jess from Gilmore Girls. I absolutely love him, and I think that is the best decision the writers on that show ever made, and I love everything about that show. I'm currently re-watching the 3rd season of Gilmore Girls where they start officially dating, and I just love it so much. So the 7th sin is envy. Which book would you like to receive as a gift? Now there are so many that I could name for this question. The first thing that comes to mind is the complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Vinci Reads mentioned the Barnes & Noble classics, which are so beautiful. I already own the complete Jane Austen, which I showed in my favorites video. I made a list on Goodreads, so if you're friends with me on there, just go and check out my wish list shelf, and any of those books would suffice for an answer to this question. So there you have it, the 7 deadly sins of reading. I'm not going to tag anyone specific. If you want to do this tag, just do it. Chances are you already have. I will link below to the original tag and also to Vinci Reads video. If you don't want to make a video, you should leave your pics in the comments below. There are a lot of you guys out there that I haven't heard from yet, so let me know. Alright, see you next time. Bye! Oh, also, I happen to reach 100 subscribers, so yay! And thank you guys so much. You guys are the reason I love doing this. Alright, bye.